Hi everybody. In the last several videos we've been talking about Dr. Bredesen's first book published in 2017 that had served as the first playbook for my dad, The End of Alzheimer's, the first program to prevent and reverse cognitive decline. We've specifically been talking about the ReCODE Protocol, which he details in the book, ReCODE for reversal of cognitive decline, which is a personalized protocol that addresses multiple factors contributing to someone's cognitive issues, bringing them back to optimal ranges and helping patients reverse disease and symptoms. Dr. Bredesen's team has helped hundreds of people reverse their cognitive decline, establish mild cognitive impairment, and Alzheimer's disease with this protocol as evidenced in successful studies in 2014, 2018, 2022, and current clinical trials. In the last several episodes, we've unpacked all the core components of the ReCODE protocol and then brought them all together to give you a good overview of how it all works. Now, we'll get into the best practices associated with success that Dr. Bredesen has seen in patients who've improved for over a decade. Number one, the sooner you start, the better your chances for complete reversal and protection. The earlier we start, the better. Since the pathophysiological process underlying Alzheimer's disease precedes the symptoms by decades, it's so important to start identifying potential issues and correcting these early, or the disease process will continue and accelerate with time. Number two, live your protocol for at least 6 months. Behavior change is not easy or fast, so don't get discouraged if it takes a while to implement the diet, sleep, and exercise regimens. It becomes easier after the first month or two, and we can expect to see positive effects within 6 months, typically. Number three, identify what is wrong, don't treat blindly. Dr. Bredesen is often asked, what's the one thing that's most important in the protocol? Is it nutrition, hormones, addressing inflammation? See, the answer is different for everyone, because every individual is going to have different holes in the roof that are letting the house take on water. This is why obtaining a thorough evaluation like the cognoscopy to identify which unique contributing factors to cognitive decline are affecting you specifically is so important. Furthermore, if cognition does not improve after a few months, then we need to identify what is holding us back. Typically 10 to 25 lab values are going to be suboptimal, so knowing which ones they are allow us to focus and target them with appropriate elements of ReCODE. Number four, keep optimizing. Dr. Bredesen's team has seen again and again that adjusting the protocol based on lab values brings continued cognitive improvement. Even after improvement, we need to test our lab values to see if any have fallen out of optimal range and test our cognition consistently with a brain training program like Brain HQ. Every 4 to 6 months is ideal to see how we're coming along. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Number five, be diligent about your lab values. There is a threshold we need to cross so the brain stops downsizing and protecting itself. This threshold is different for everyone. Therefore, it's important to address as many of the suboptimal values as possible. Sometimes the threshold is exceeded when specific hormones are optimized. Sometimes when sleep is optimized or stress is reduced, or when mild ketosis is achieved, or a specific toxin has been eliminated. When you get it right, you'll feel it and the labs will show it. Number six, do what you can. You don't necessarily have to follow every part of the protocol. Bredesen has seen patients only have a few holes in the roof that they have to target. Improve these, the cognition improves. Everyone's different, so always address the most important contributors first. Number seven, with each tweak of your protocol, try to notice over the ensuing days and weeks whether cognition gets better, worse, or neither. Neurodegeneration is progressive, meaning it continually gets worse and worse unless the right intervention halts it. Stabilizing cognition and staying the same for a bit is a sign that neurodegeneration has stopped, and with continued application of the protocol, we can soon turn the corner into improvement. Number eight, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. As long as we have high fasting insulin, insulin resistance, chronic inflammation, depleted hormones, or exposure to toxins, our cognitive status is unlikely to get better. Our brains will continue to produce amyloid in response to these threats. However, as all these metabolic and toxic parameters begin to improve, and there is no further reason for our brains to produce amyloid, we should start to see cognitive improvement. Even if our lab values still fall short of the optimal ranges, just moving towards optimal improves cognition for many. Number nine, document your cognitive status so you know where you stand when you're improving and when things need to be adjusted. Just as our lab values are indispensable in pointing us in the right direction for our therapeutic protocol, tracking our cognitive performance on Brain HQ is key. If scores are not improving after several months, then we need to adjust the protocol or search for additional potential contributors to cognitive decline. Number 10, take advantage of social networks. It is often helpful to discuss symptoms, issues, questions, and concerns with people in similar circumstances. The Bredesen Protocol and Brain Health Facebook groups are great online communities for this. And also, the message board website, apoe4.info, has been a very helpful community for me and my family. So check them out. Number 11, be careful about going off therapeutics cold turkey. If you're already on medication that you plan on coming off of, while on the protocol, taper off slowly. This will allow the body to adapt without any abrupt disturbances that can set you back. Number 12, stick with the program. Patients that have improved on the protocol have worsened when coming off the protocol, but they've improved when getting back on the protocol, just now from a lower baseline. Dr. Bredesen's team has seen that patients who have already exhibited symptoms of cognitive decline have had neurodegeneration and amyloid deposition for decades. So when metabolic and hormonal conditions aren't just right, it seems like muscle memory takes over and the brain goes back into downsizing protection mode. Number 13, you don't need to start the whole program at once. You can take it in phases. It is easy to get overwhelmed by trying to start all areas of the program all at once, so don't worry. Adding in one element a week is a strategy that has worked great for many. Maybe this week we work on fasting, 3 hours from dinner to bedtime. The next week we add in fasting 12 hours from dinner to breakfast, and so on. A lot can be achieved in 3 to 6 months, especially when we have a great doctor, health coach, or supportive family member to help us implement the program. With these keys to success, we'll be armed to make the most of the protocol and consistently improve our brain health every day. And I'd love to hear from you. For those in the protocol for prevention or reversal, what's your top tip for succeeding with this program? If you found this information helpful, please feel free to share this video with anyone you think it could serve, and please like and subscribe as it helps our community grow. And remember, I'm not a doctor, I don't have a PhD, I'm a caregiver and citizen researcher on the ground, helping a loved one, someone just like you. This information is for educational purposes only. Please consult your medical practitioner before implementing any changes. Thank you for watching. My dad thanks you. I hope these resources are helpful to you and your family, and see you in the next video. Thanks.